Hey folks, and welcome back to War Thunder with the mighty Jingles. It's historical battle time again. Recently I made a resolution that I was going to fly one historical battle at least every day in order to start getting good at it. And you'll see why at the end of this video. Here we are in the British. It's Port Moresby in the New Guinea, British versus Japanese. And this is quite refreshing because for a long time the only historical battle I ever saw being played was the Battle of the Kuban between the Russians and the Germans. So it's nice to be able to fly the British for a change, but when I say it's nice to be able to fly them, but you have to understand that if you haven't actually tried historical battles yet, the flight model is a lot less forgiving. It's not full realism. You do still get some of the virtual instructor helping you with the trim of the aircraft and so on, but it's a lot harder to control your aircraft than you're going to be used to if all you've ever done is play arcade battles. So this was the first time in, well, a couple of weeks I'd actually had a go in historical battles. I'm flying by myself. I don't have anybody with me other than, you know, the other guys on the team. I haven't squadroned up with anyone. And I figured, what the hell, I'll take the Wellington Mark 10 up. Now, I don't have many unlocks for the Wellington Mark 10. I have an extended 250-pound bomb load, but that's it. I can't carry any 500-pound bombs. And here we are, Port Moresby, New Guinea operation. British trying to fight off a Japanese invasion. Now, I've mentioned how things are slightly more realistic in historical battles, and I recommend that all of you try to fly one a day, just to get used. You can still use mouse control, that's all I'm using here. I should probably be trying to get used to flying with a joystick, because it's really going to pay off in the long term, but I'm lazy. I spent £50 on a Thrustmaster joystick and throttle, and I hardly ever use it. I find it very, very difficult to control the aircraft with the joystick, and I understand that you will get much, much better aircraft control if you plug away at it, and it's a long-term project. I know people keep asking, Jingles, have you got your joystick? Yeah, I've had it for a month. I just can't use it. I'm crap. So here I am flying with mouse and keyboard still, which you can absolutely do in historical battles, but it's totally different to flying an arcade. As you can see, I picked up a little fighter escort there, which was nice. Don't often see kind of waggling my wings there at him, giving him a little hello. There he is. You don't often see people doing this. Well, you never see it in arcade games, guys sticking with the bombers in order to defend them. And unfortunately it doesn't do me any good. Now, the maps in historical battles are much, much bigger than the maps in arcade battles, and the arcade battle maps aren't that small either. So rather than have you sit here for the full 9 minutes it took me to fly to the bombing area, I'm just going to skip ahead. No, still not there yet. Still plugging away at it. I'll be there soon. That's more like it. So we're nearly there. I'm on my approach, and I'm just about ready to start switching to the bomber view. Now, I keep saying this in the historical battle videos, and I will keep saying it. The aircraft do not handle like they do in arcade mode. You're going to see what happens when I switch to my bomb view and I start trying to make small course corrections. The controls are so sensitive. And you totally overcompensate if you're not used to it like that, and the bombs are just going nowhere near the target. So that was a bit of an epic fail on my behalf. Now I still have plenty of bombs. And turning this thing around is just going to... I mean, I'm not going very quickly in the first place. Turning this thing around will take time and will make me a target for those fighters. So instead I decide, well, I still have plenty of bombs, and there's the enemy carrier group, and I'm kind of pointing that way anyway, and a carrier is a bit harder to miss than a destroyer. Also, you'd like to think. So here we go again. Well, a few minutes later, I'm just about within range of the carrier battle group's anti-aircraft guns, and I have picked up a couple of friends. Unfortunately, one of them is a massive cock-eating douchebag, and you'll see what I mean. Now, it's worth pointing out that even when you're locked onto a target, you don't get a target lead indicator in historical battles, so that kind of works for me and against me. In that I'm finding it difficult to hit this guy, but he's finding it difficult to hit anything important on me. And it's worth pointing out that this is one of the reasons why it's a very, very good idea to have invested in the fire precision and accuracy of your AI gunners, because they're much better shots. Certainly at first, when you first start playing historical battles, they're going to be much better shots than you are. And you can see I'm hitting this guy. And he's hitting me, but he's not hitting anything important. And in about another 30 seconds, I'm going to be in range to drop these bombs. Can you guess what he does? Yeah, here it comes. And, you know, I've no doubt that somewhere in the comments of this video there will be somebody saying, oh no, it's not his fault, his controls were shot out, or oh, it was your own fault, Jingles, for not getting out of the way. And yeah. But, you know, to be fair to the guy who rammed me, I'm sure it can't be easy to control an aircraft when you're flying with that many cocks in your mouth. So, yeah, hope he dies soon of a flesh-eating virus. With any luck, it'll start on his face. But, undeterred, I jump into another historical battle, and it ends up being the same operation. I mean, not the same game. It's the thing about historical battles, once you're shot down, that's it. Game over. You need to find a new battle to take part in. And that's what I did. I took the Wellington out again, and still hadn't learnt my lesson. You'd think high-altitude bombing would be easy, but you need to be so gentle on the controls, and I still haven't mastered it, and there you go. Bombs go nowhere near the bloody target again. I think I scored a hit with some splash damage, and that's pretty much it. But even though I'm doing appallingly poorly here, just bear with me. Now, I'm not going to go around again. I'll have fighters all over me by the time I can turn around, and it would just take too long. So instead, I go for these landing craft, and there you go, I've got fighters on me already. So trying to go around again for those destroyers would have been the wrong thing to do. But the Wellington is actually bloody fast in the dive. And don't forget, none of these guys have got aim assist either, so they're finding it just as difficult to hit me as I'm finding it to hit these ground targets. And as I come around, right there, a vehicle convoy, and I'm perfectly lined up. And if my gunners can just keep me alive long enough to... There we go, get those bombs away, son. And then run for home. And somebody's behind me. Yes, there we go. That's actually 4 ground targets killed, I think. So I haven't done incredibly well, and I'm probably not going to make it out of here. And I switch and take over control from the AI gunners. Start pouring lead into this guy. Captured Japanese Focke-Wulf 190. Dangerous aircraft. Come on. Come on, son. Sit down. Get out of here. Can we get him? Oh, we did get him. Oh, he's hit my engine. And there we go. Shot down. Now, I didn't do particularly well. In fact, let's have a look and see how I did. And you'd be surprised. Now we're going to lose this because we're just going to run out of aircraft. And I actually, how can I possibly have the top score? What's going on? And the score isn't great. And we're running out of aircraft here. In fact, I think he was our last one. Yeah, there we go. So we're about to have all of our tickets run out because we've just lost all of our aircraft. As soon as that bow fighter hits the water, But stick with it. I'm not going to quit out. I'm going to wait till the end of the battle. And there you can see our tickets running down because we've just lost all of our aircraft. And very, very shortly that is going to be game over. So we got spanked quite convincingly there. But I got the bomb reward. How the hell is that possible? But here's the interesting thing. This is one of the reasons why it's worth sticking with historical battles. There you go. That's a pretty crappy score, but look at that. Look at the credits in XP. From doing very poorly, I shot down one aircraft and bombed 4 ground targets, and I walked away with that. That's why it's worth sticking with historical battles. The rewards are so much better than in arcade. And don't forget, I came out of that game with less than 400 points, and I was the best player on my team. If you can get good at flying aircraft in historical battles, imagine the carnage you could wreak on the opponents just by being competent, because most of the players in that battle were incompetent. So the potential is just outstanding. Now, today there was, well, certainly the first time I've seen it, the Battle of the Bulge, Germans versus Americans. This was what was up in the historical battle rotation, so I decided I was going to take, and I know a lot of people have been wanting to see a video of this thing. Unfortunately, I do apologise for my really crappy flying. This is the first time you're going to see me flying a Lightning. This is the XP-38G Lightning, rank 11 premium aircraft. I also have the P-38 at rank 10. But I thought I'd give this one a go, and the reason for this is because this one is a premium aircraft. Now, just bear that in mind. Remember, premium aircraft, you earn 100% extra, I can't remember the exact details. See, this rank 11 gift aircraft earns 100% extra experience and 90% bonus credits. Not all of them have the same bonuses. This one in particular, well, that's the reason why I wanted to take this one out into a historical battle. As soon as I saw that it was the Battle of the Bulge, I thought, oh, okay, I'm taking the Lightning out. So 100% extra experience and 90% extra credits earned flying this thing. Unfortunately, I have a little bit of a derp moment here and accidentally turn off my recording software. So, and there you go. That's where I stitched the two halves of the video together again. Now, one of the reasons why I have hesitated to show you footage of me flying the Lightning is because apparently the flight model for the thing is not actually in the game yet, and it's flying with a placeholder flight model. And I don't know which flight model it's using, but it's not the Lightning's proper flight model. It kind of feels like flying a Beaufighter, if I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know if that's what they're actually using, but it feels sort of Beaufighter-ish. Now, the Lightning has 4 50 caliber machine guns and 1 20mm cannon. It doesn't have a lot of ammo for the cannon. But one of the things about flying in historical battles is because the flight model, such as it is with the placeholder flight model that this thing has, because the flight model is so more accurate and realistic than in arcade battles, this thing is fast. And I wanted to try to put the whole zoom and boom, or boom and zoom, if I'm going to be completely accurate, the boom and zoom tactics to a test. Just trying to line this thing up on a target, dive on him, open fire, let rip, zoom through the other side, keep going, brake, get clear, and see if I could make that work in historical battles. Because you try doing that with this sort of aircraft, like the Bf-109G as well, in arcade battles, and the flight models are so forgiving that you really don't have the speed to get away from the guy that you were shooting at if you don't kill him on the dive, and they usually just end up on your tail and shoot you down. Not so in historical battles. If you pick the right target to dive on, because the speed differences and the climb performance and the turning circles and all that good stuff like that is much more pronounced here in historical battles. So there's the first enemy contact, a Focke-Wulf 190. It would be good if I could shoot him down, but I'm not kidding myself. I don't expect to come off best. Whoa, look at how this thing handles. Oh. Yeah, I don't expect to come off best in a fight against a Focke-Wulf 190. What else have we got over there? There's a BF-109. The Focke-Wulf's gone low. Okay, fine. I'll stay up here. Oh, this thing tends to flip and roll when you turn. And I'm fighting. I'm actually having to use the rudder here and the ailerons. And I am actually going after that Focke-Wulf, and it's not going to end well. I just know it. But I should have the speed. I'm trying to get the nose pointed at him. No, that's not going to work. I'll take a shot. No, no. No, screw that. Alright, he's going around the other way. I've built up all of this speed. Let's put it to use. Keep going and get that HE-111. He'll be hard-pressed to catch me. Oh, God damn it. And I probably shouldn't be doing this, because it's not playing to the strengths of the aircraft, but I'm going to reduce throttle, I'm going to drop my flaps, and I'm going to try and stay on this HE-111. And the flak's coming up to meet me, and I'm blacking out from... Oh, bloody hell, I actually hit him. And I'm taking hits from his tail gunners. And I hit him again. Oh, wow. What's going on? And you can just see how hard it is to control these things. And it's totally... Whoa. Hit him again. He's got two of us on him now. What was that? Corsair? And he's ditching his bombs trying to get away. But I've taken him down. My very, very first ever air-to-air kill in a historical battle. And check my 6. Am I clear? I think I am. Yep, I made it. Wow. One thing to note, this thing does not have wartime emergency power in the historical battle flight model. 100% is all you get. And I'm going to be cheeky here and try and get a second kill. I'm down to machine guns. I don't want to overshoot this fella. Oh, we've hit him. We've hit him. Come on. And careful not to collide, because that would be a dick move. And I can't believe I'm trying to get into a turning fight. Oh, wow. We took out his rudder and he crashed. And yeah, I know. Stupid, trying to get into a turning fight with a biplane when I'm flying this thing, forget it. But I'm low on ammunition, and this is how fast you can get into trouble in historical battles. I check my 6, and I seem to be clear, and I'm flying back home to base. I'm going to go for a landing, rearm, get my cannon reloaded, and holy crap, look at the score. And then, and that quickly, I'm dead. Right, yeah, Focke-Wulf 190. Just didn't see him coming. But we're going to stick with it, because this ended up being a very, very, very short game. There's not an awful lot left flying. We got two big old bombers up there. Oh, check this guy. I think he just got a kill, but he's lost his engine. There were a couple of good Corsair pilots on our side in this match. Well, it looks like he's lost his cooling system as well, but that's not a problem with a dead engine. And Corsairs were notoriously difficult to land, because they had that big heavy nose, and the pilot couldn't see, and he's going to hit that tree, and he would have made it if he hadn't hit that tree. But I think he might actually get away with this. But yeah, Corsairs and Thunderbolts, P-47s, notoriously difficult to land because of that big old nose. And the fact that the plane was canted backwards at such an angle when you put it down on the ground that the pilot couldn't actually see what was in front of him. This A-20G Havoc looks like he's got a bandit on his 6 and he's manoeuvring violently to try to shake him. He doesn't. There's nobody anywhere near him. He's just desperately trying to control his aircraft. And here's something I've never seen before. I've seen the early version of the B-17, but I've never seen the late model. That's a beautiful aircraft. And this fella did very, very well, this Corsair pilot. And it looks like, I don't know if he's out of ammo and he's heading back to base, or if he's just escorting the bombers, but there, look at that. There it is, top of the American bomber line. The B-24 Liberator. Had longer range, carried a bigger bomb load, and was more heavily armed than the B-17, but nobody ever talks about the B-24. It was a better aircraft. And we're doing very well here. They only have one pilot left. And there he is. And I don't know what this A-20 is doing. He's just he's just having fun. He's not harming anybody. Let him get on with it. So the B-17 and the B-24 have both dropped their bombs and they're coming back to rearm. This really is an astonishingly good-looking game. I mean, look at that. I was going to say, it depends what settings you're playing it on. It really doesn't. Even on medium and low graphics settings, it looks very, very, very pretty. In my opinion, looks a lot better than its main competitor, who we're not allowed to mention. But you know which game I'm talking about. And there's Herpicus McDurpington in his A-20 again. I have no idea what he's doing. But, he's having fun. He's not harming anybody. Let him get on with it. Looks like he's just practicing controlling the aircraft, which is fair enough. B-17's gears down, his flaps are down, he's coming in for a landing. And, this guy's good. He makes it look easy. B-24 pilot as well. They've obviously been flying historical battles before. They're probably joystick pilots. And this is one of the reasons why I really, really, really need to get that joystick plugged in and practice with it, because historical battles and full real battles, I haven't even dared try flying a full real battle. Historical battles have been the most complicated thing I've ever had a go at. And don't get me wrong, I love arcade battles. There's definitely space in the game for all of this, but I recommend, if for no other reason than because of the rewards on offer, you try to fly a historical battle every day, because if you get good at it, you're going to make an insane amount of credits and XP. And if you stick around at the end of this game, you'll see what I'm talking about. But I just want to see... The guy really, really should not be chasing these. He's looking for easy kills. He's looking for easy kills, trying to get those bombers when they're on the tarmac. But the anti-aircraft guns around the airfields are absolutely deadly. This fella's coming in for a landing. I think he's trying to tease him into following him down. And you can see the AA is opening up on him. And he's too fast. He's not going to land it. It's difficult to land in it. And there we go. Game over. He was their last pilot. Anti-aircraft shot him down. So let's see how we did in that one. Just wait for him to crash, and then we wait for the red team's tickets to count down, because they've lost all their aircraft. This guy doesn't need to risk a landing now. Yeah, that Corsair pilot did very, very well. And there's Herpicus McDurpington still trolling around in his A-20, having the time of his life. Alright, let's see how we did there. I mean, I think you'll agree that I was pretty crap. I got 2 lucky kills. Oh, look at that. This TF4S guy, the Corsair pilot, 5 air kills. Not bad at all. And... right, okay. What you're seeing here, I clearly did not destroy the most air targets, but I stayed in the game to the end. And I think that's why these awards are only given to the people that stay in the game to the end until the score screen comes up. And it's the people that stayed in to see the score screen. Of those people, I was the one that destroyed the most targets. But look at that. 14, I mean, and I was crap. And I got 50,000 credits and 56,000 experience. So that's historical battles. Stick with them. Learn how to control those aircraft. And the rewards are absolutely phenomenal. I mean, that would be, in an arcade battle, you'd have to shoot down 10 enemy aircraft to get that kind of score. Seriously, folks, historical battles. I have resolved to do a historical battle every day until I start getting good at it. Because this is the way ahead. This is the future of the game. In my opinion, anyway. I mean, I'm always going to have time for arcade battles. I love arcade battles. They're a lot of fun. And if all you want to do is play arcade battles, then hell yeah, go ahead, knock yourself out. It's fun. There's nothing wrong with just playing arcade battles. But if you can get good at historical battles, and it shouldn't take long to do it, it's just a question of practice, then you'll be going around kicking puppies like me who have no idea how to fly and running up cricket scores like that. And if you can do it with a premium aircraft, it's going to double the rewards, as I did with the XP-38G in the Battle of the Bulge game that you just saw. I mean, I was shit. All I did was shoot down 2 aircraft. That's it. And I walked away with 50,000 credits and 56,000 XP. So it's for winners, historical battles. Hope you enjoyed that video. As always, watch your 6, and I'll catch you next time.